Welcome everybody. Really, it's such a privilege to meet and practice this. Yeah, like it. Why do you even listen to me? I feel honored and also, what's really nice in these practices is that a lot of the time when we listen to another person, we hear ourselves in. And I think this is one good way to find a teacher, like when I find teachers by how much I resonate, how much what they say echoes inside. And also, in a way, our greatest teachers, our greatest teachers, is a very small and hidden thing which is within us. That once we access, it's like, oh, the answers are there. Yeah, I've in glimpse. I'm not there. I'm not connected to this amazing thing. Always, at least. But some practices are known to help build this road into, help build a road of communication, of access. Imagine that almost like calling someone or tuning the radio to a certain station, such practices. Some practices we tune into specific things. And the practice that I'd like us to do today is a body scan. And body scan, it's like the ABC of mindfulness, really, because via the practice we are both practicing to engage and to connect to something. And as important as it is to connect to something, it's important to disconnect with something, right? Like that is life, that is nature. New cells are born, and then they die. After a while, they die. And if they don't, if the cycle is not fast enough, that's not really beneficial. In a way, that's tumor, right? Is that the growth is too fast compared to the rate of the decay, the dying, and then it starts to take over on the surrounding. So in body scan, we engage, we focus on specific place, and then we let go. And this analogy, this beautiful analogy of a riverbank and a river, I really like it. That there is a flow, and without quite structured riverbanks, there wouldn't be a flow to that direction. It would kind of go everywhere. So it's not defined. And again, definition has something to do with the separation, with the disengagement. Right? This is where one starts, and this is when it ends, and then a new thing starts. So a body scan, as much as it seems like it's a kind of the basics, or it really is. I remember the first time that I've done it, it seemed like a silly practice. Okay, think of your arms. Okay, now think of your legs. It's a bit silly, but it's so potent when you go in and actually really focus on not just thinking about your legs. And it's really feeling it with all the body, feeling the legs with all the body, feeling the heart with all the body, with all the four realms that we talk about. How does it feel in the sensations? How does it feel in the emotional world? What kind of thoughts are coming up when we focus or when we visit that place? And also, something that is beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond the heart, something more on a spiritual level, or how am I relating to it? So let's do a body scan. Let's do a body scan, visiting both this flow and flow, the presence, and what helps to keep this flow and presence is the banks. The banks is the definition. Okay, now I'm doing a body scan. I am not cooking dinner. I am thinking on my. Okay, mind. Thank you for going and planning a workshop. No, it's not what we're doing now. Come here. Come back to the banks. Back to the river, to the flow. And in a way like this, us as a river are getting more full, more clear, more of our potential to our destination, to our destiny. So let's practice. Let's find a comfortable position. Any comfortable position. Laying is really also quite working really well in body scans, I find. And if you feel it's accessible for you to allow the eyes to shut, go ahead. If you prefer practice with open eyes, it's also fine. And before we come to our body, let's just get a feel of where the body is at. Starting with just listening to the surrounding sounds. If you hear traffic or birds, engines, fans. Really, let's try to just put the labels aside. And just hear the sounds as what it is. The sounds that surrounds your body. Vibration that is happening somewhere. Vibrating the air. Including the air in the space that you are at. Feel the temperature. See if you can smell something. And again, perhaps not labeling the different smells. Or even just noticing how the mind does it. And we can go beyond the label. Yes, but how does it really smell like? This thing that I smell. How does it really sound? What is the sound that I'm hearing? So in a way, really being curious. Setting the tone for the practice of being in our senses. While being curious. And perhaps less judgmental. Less labeling. And let's go closer to the place that the body is interacting with. The chair, the couch, the mat, the cushion, blanket, clothes, fabric. Noticing the sensations, not the sense of hearing now, not the sense of smell, maybe taste. The smell of touch, the sense of touch. And notice what happens to that as you breathe. I invite us to take a deep, slow breath in. And in the exhalation, allow our body to become a little bit heavier, maybe 1% looser. Another deep, slow breath in, and in the exhalation, maybe another percent looser. And as we rest the body, let's rest the attention on the feet. So touching the mat, the carpet, the floor. Just really resting our attention, our awareness on the feet, the toes, the sole, the heels, the back of the feet. Now, as we focus on the different areas in the body, we notice the flow of the experience as it unfolds. And it might be through sensations that we notice. It might be through different thoughts. Might be through different emotions. A different way to feel energy moves. As we focus on the feet, our banks would be to focus on the feet and what is related. In all the realms that we were mentioning at the beginning and just now, sensations, emotions, thoughts, energy levels. And if you would like, you can very gently deepen the breath and breathe to your feet. And in the next exhalation, disconnecting from the feet, disengaging the attention over the feet and moving the attention to the lower legs, the calves, the shins. Once again, we might feel a sensation, be aware of a thought or an emotion or energy. If not, it's also totally fine. We just focus, we just imagine our lower part of the legs, taking a few deep, slow breaths as we keep the focus, the bangs, and watch the flow of awareness, including of how it wants to leak everywhere, to spread everywhere. The stream of thoughts. Taking a deep breath in. In the exhalation, letting go of the lower legs and bringing the attention to the upper legs, to the knees, to the upper legs. Quadriceps, the hamstrings, thighs. It might be tension that you feel, or pressure from sitting, or warmth or coolness. If you'd like, you can breathe to this area as you notice kind of thoughts stream as I focus on that part of the river. And emotions. Taking a deep, slow breath in, disengaging, moving up to the lower abdomen. Lower abdomen, lower back. Notice what you feel. Following very carefully the gentle movement, the rising and falling abdominal wall. So on one hand, we are resting. We are really resting into the experience. And on the other hand, we remember our banks. Focusing on the lower back and the lower abdomen. And watching, witnessing what's unfolding in response, or not in response, but just as I do it. Taking a deep breath in and letting go of the lower abdomen, coming up to the chest, the upper back, and from here, almost as if we zoom out from the heart area, invite us to expand our awareness. So we see more than just the chest and the upper back, but also the arms, and the shoulders, and the neck. And just watching how the whole body breathes, including the head. Taking a deep breath in, and in the exhalation, releasing, resting. As if the river arrived to the ocean. And the banks are opening up. And just bask in how you feel. If you want and can, you're very welcome to stay and float. If you're ready, starting to come back, taking a deep breath in and out, moving the fingers and toes. When you feel ready, coming back. Thank you very much. Hope you feel the benefits of the practice. Slowly, slowly. Thank you, everybody. Blessings, blessings, and gratitude.